Hi, we're Steve and Caroline from Vintage Adventures Australia. For over 10 years our travels have been in vintage caravans, but in 2025 we made the change to the dark side and purchased a 2-year-old off-road van so we could leave the tarmac and take our travels and exploring further. As we're a bit vintage ourselves, we remain Vintage Adventures Australia. Well, good morning. It's day 18, I think, for our trip, which is about day 16 in Tasmania. Had a couple of days at the Purrple Caravan Park while we waited that final excruciating moments for our batteries to arrive, and they duly did arrive on Friday at our new friends Kerry and Vicky's house, and they brought them over to us, which was really great. So Steve fitted them and they charged overnight, and we're hopeful that we'll now be set up properly for our off-grid travels. So our target today is to get back up the east coast. We should be back on track with our loose plan, and we're aiming for a place that we saw the other week when we were at Triabunna called Mayfield Beach. There was a really nice camp spot there. So that's our target. We'll see whether there's a spot big, that will suit our van and set up, and we'll take you there with us once we get there, or we'll go further along if we need to. As we're filming this, and at the time that we're in Tasmania, we're in the middle of this so-called fuel crisis. Fuel today is $2.95, $2.96 a litre in Tasmania. So far we've only come across one very small, like an independent fuel station that was out of fuel and wasn't getting a delivery. So thus far it's available, and we're sort of crossing our fingers that although excruciatingly expensive, it remains available. We'll keep you posted on that as well. Hopefully by the time this video goes to air, we'll all be over this horrible mess, but in the meanwhile it's a little bit of a worry in the back of our minds, isn't it? But we're keeping topped up as regularly as possible, pretty much daily, as we sort of finish driving for the day, depending where we are. We probably won't get to do that today. And we've got 40 litres we're carrying as well, so of diesel. So we'll see how we go. But
hopefully get us back to the boat.
Yeah, we're working our way up towards Devonport, and we'll be there for Easter. And hopefully we'll know by then which way it's going to go, and if it's looking very dire, we'll probably stay very close to that area, and there's not a lot we can do about that. Prefer not to be stuck in Tasmania, even though it's a lovely spot. Our mission was successful. We've got a spot at the Mayfield Beach Caravan Park. Now we do look like we're parked a bit unintuitively because we're facing away from the water. However, kind of manoeuvring the van to turn it right round and all the rest of it was going to be a bit tricky. We were worried we wouldn't even get a spot, to be honest. But we will be able to look out of our dining room window at the water. We certainly plan to go down on the beach, which is just down yonder. Quite a busy park this weekend. It's the weekend, so there's plenty of campers here. walking back up the beach, and then we noticed the little 3-arch tunnels under the road. So it looks like they built a new road over the top, but underneath, and I suspect this was built back in the day. In fact, I'm fairly sure I saw a little note about it on Wikicamps, and now I realise how close it is. Wow.
That's cool. I think we should go for a walk through.
It actually looks like it's closed off at the other end.
Do you want me to take it?
Go and have a look. Definitely wire.
Yes, there is. Wire on everyone. Oh no, that's beyond that. Yeah. I'm getting lower and lower and lower. Here we come out the other end. But I'm really pretty spooked over. Wow, and another, like a damn wall. Gabion walls anyhow. We'll go back and let's say.
Beautiful sunrise at the Mayfield beach. Hello.
Morning.
It's I think day 21 of our trip, which puts us at about day 19 in Tasmania. We've just been into the town of Swansea, where we've stocked up on gas, water, groceries, alcohol.
And clean now.
And had a clean out. And we're heading now to a campground called Friendly Beach, which is down around towards the Freycinet National Park. Some of the other national park campgrounds right inside the Freycinet Park don't seem to have sight. You've got to be under 18 feet. So we're just a little outside that measurement, but this one has plenty of good sights and it's suitable for big rigs, according to Wikicamps. So keep your fingers crossed for us, and we'll let you know when we get there. Any comments, Steve?
No, just concentrating on the
As you should. We're on the last little leg. To the Friendly Beaches campground, we think. No, I'm pretty sure we're on the right road.
No, it's Friendly Beach. Whether it's a campground.
No, I think it is.
It is.
Wiki Camp's the same way there. Freycinet Park, Friendly Beaches. Okay. Prepare to stop, entry fee station. We've got a park pass, so I'm not sure.
That's this thing here?
Looks like it.
Okay.
Don't risk a fine, purchase your pass. Oh, we've got a pass.
Yeah, alright. Keep going then.
Yep.
Doesn't show us where we can park. That's the next thing.
Okay.
Keep going, I suppose. This is really a time we could use that internet, isn't it? Shall I go back and just see if I can... Is that the camping up there? Strictly
day use only up there.
Okay.
Shut your door. There's a car coming.
I need my keys. Your keys. Fingers crossed, Caroline.
It's the lookout. We don't want to go there. Not with the van, anyway.
Not with the van.
It's a good test for those brakes.
Mm.
It seems to be better.
Mm. Yeah,
You're not sliding.
Yeah. Well, the caravan's doing a bit of work now. It's not pushing people.
So this is our campsite at Friendly Beach Camp Spot. It's number 7. It's not very big, but we were able to angle the van in and get a spot. So it's not the loveliest campsite in terms of direct view from the van or where you might sit, because there's a lot of this burnt brush around. However, if you look in that distance there where Steve's walking, I'll take you there in a moment because the beach looks pretty nice. We're only going to stay one night because, you know, it's just not that nice a campsite. Okay. And of course, this is the attraction. Beautiful beach, which we're going to head down to. Well, I definitely have a paddle. Whether we actually get in for a swim or not sure. It was quite warm earlier, but we had a few drops of rain and I think the temperature's dropped quite a bit. But anyway, isn't that gorgeous? So this is Friendly Beach. Steps to get down to the beach. Take my time, don't wish to fall over. Beautiful waves. Freezing. I'm coming to get my feet wet. We've come up the trail. Pardon?
I need those leather shoes.
We've come up the trail to where it sort of leads to the headland and the rocks. Steve spotted what he thinks is a good rock pool for swimming. I think it's a bit washing machine-y personally, and I'm not really very happy that he's going down there. That is moving a lot, that water. So there he goes. Let's hope. He's just sitting on the rock. I'm happy about that because I do think it's a bit washing machine-y. Beautiful headland. Lovely white classic Freycinet beach over there. I don't think it's Wineglass Bay. We're not in the right area, I don't think. And I'm happy. We've come around the point and we came down, and I didn't video it, but we've both had a bit of a dip in these rock pools just to sit in the cool water. And coming around into that bay, so the rip or the drag out was broken up a bit by the rocks out there, so we had a bit of a decent thigh-high paddle, but otherwise just sitting in these little rock pools of water was really nice. The water's cold, but although it's dull, it's not a cold day and there's not a breath of wind, so it's quite warm. So this is the Friendly Beaches. Great rocks. Little dip. We're now checking out the Friendly Beaches lookout. Easy track from the car park. And I think it's going to be spectacular. Beautiful white sand here.
It's a nice beach.
Isn't that gorgeous? Experimental shot.
Bushfire was pretty extensive though.
Yeah. Oh, look at that white sand.
And even a seat for old people.
The East Coast Whale Trail, so I guess when you're in luck you'll see some whales out there. I don't think this is the season, unfortunately. Oh, it's just beautiful.
Look at that blue line out there.
Yeah.
Drop off there.
Yes.
Change colour like that.
Very dark. Just amazed at the whiteness of that sand. Well, the sand where we were walking was really white too. Headland. I'm taking the day use only track in this Friendly Beach area to see where it takes us. We're hoping to come out somewhere near that beautiful white beach that we were looking at from the lookout.
Looks like we're down onto that beautiful beach we were looking at from up at the Friendly Beach lookout. So this looks pretty specky.
Oh, so white.
Oh, it's just lovely. Look at that. Look where we are. My giddy aunt. Oh, sensational, I reckon, down here.
I'm not going to come down to there because I've got my shoes on.
Okay.
I don't want to fill with sand.
I'll take one for the team. What a magnificent beach. Ah. Ah. This is very special.
We're heading down the road towards our first hip camp stay, and the host has said that we're the only ones there, and we can pick whatever site we like, although technically we were booked onto site 3. This place is called Paradise Lagoon that we're looking for.
Destination.
So this camp, she said, you can't see the beach from the campsite, but it's only a 30-minute walk to the beach. A little bit chilly today, so probably not a swimming day. You have arrived. Not quite, that's Wombat Hollow. We want Paradise Lagoon, and there's something here.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that. Yeah.
Okay, gates open as promised. Well, there it is. Beautiful campfire started. We're in our hip camp. We're the only ones here. Haven't seen the owner yet. Maybe she's out. She left the gate open as promised. Down that little track is the walkway to the lagoon. And then we are camped up. Yeah, it's low tide, so I might go out there again later when it's high tide. We've got a little spot of rain coming through. It's not a lot. I don't think there'll be much in it. But we're very snug here, sheltered from wind, I think, if it gets windy, although it's fine at the moment. So Steve's in his happy place. He's got timber galore, a nice fire pit, and we're going to settle in for the afternoon. for our first walk this morning, which is a short 10-minute walk called the Great Oyster Walk, and it leads from the Visitor Centre in the Freycinet National Park. Interesting fact, Parks and Wildlife here are on strike. So Visitor Centre's not open, but luckily there were pamphlets and boards outside that gave us enough information. I think Freycinet gets a big build-up, but there's actually not a lot you can do in the car because it's nearly all long walking tracks, which is not really our thing. Anyway, this is supposed to have a wonderful view of the hazards, the mountains, so we're heading down the track. We can see a beautiful little fairy wren. Yep. Up on the track that just heads up on a little tiny point, and there's a small secluded beach on the other side in the shadow of the hazards and some lovely rock outcrops and the ferry going out. Okay, we're in the Freycinet National Park. We've driven out to the Wineglass Bay car park for the lookout. There's a zillion people going to do the walk, but 2-hour walk there and back is probably more than we can do at the moment. So we're driving out to have a look at the Cape Tour, I think it's called, lighthouse. Hopefully we'll get some nice views there without having to walk a million miles. Wildlife in the car park. I don't know if the camera will pick him up or not, but he's just sitting there minding his own business. Steve making friends with the local wildlife. Hello, little man. Hello. I've been watching for all you little guys in the bush, and where do I find you? In the asphalt car park. Alright, I'm going to have a coffee now, mate. We're at one of the lookouts on the Cape Tour lighthouse walk. There's the lighthouse up there. I think we get to go up a bit closer in a minute. What a cloud over the headland there. Waves crashing. I thought that's what that would be, but might have to look on Dr. Google. Okay, we're taking the track that goes up towards the lighthouse now. The blurb said you had views of Wineglass Bay. eventually, so let's hope. Boardwalk. They say it's wheelchair friendly, although it was quite a steepish part. It would be pretty hard to push a wheelchair up, but maybe an electric could be alright. This is pretty nice actually. Now we're at the second lookout spot, and that little white strip in the distance is Wineglass Bay, we're pretty sure. And I think these are part of the hazards, the big rock mountains, and then you can see the boardwalk goes further around, so I think it's a circuit, so we should be able to go all the way around. Just going to back on those little rocky outcrops. On the Cape Tour Lighthouse boardwalk, coming around. I think it might go all the way around actually. It's beautiful. Watching the light and the clouds change on that over there. It's really good. Yesterday we whipped out on this walk down to Sleepy Bay. It's a 2-kilometre walk, I believe, return trip. Looks like it's downhill all the way.
Possibly uphill coming back.
It'll be a slow trip getting back up again, I think. But it is quite a well done track, so it shouldn't be too bad.
We're being brave today.
It's very sheltered in here. We're rugged up expecting cold wind when we get nearer to the water.
The weather's turned a bit.
We'll take you with us when we get there. Another good foamy sea.
Oh yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Come in a minute.
Photo.
Here comes the big one. Oh,
Good one.
yeah, another big one. Just going to head down to the beach, give you a look. Down the bottom, we'll give you a look.
That was fantastic. We're just returning to the car park from the Cape Tour walk. This is going to be controversial, but Freycinet is probably beautiful if you're a super fit, healthy walker. Otherwise it's terribly accessible. There's just huge chunks of it people like us can't get near. Anyway, this was lovely. We've got some beautiful shots, so no complaints. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Join us next time as we explore the East Coast and the Bay of Fires region. As usual, don't forget to like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks, bye.